In this video instruction, I'm going to make bright knitted sock in lazy Jacquard technique. This sock made on 2 knitting needles. The size of the model is 36 to 37. How to make another size I will tell you while making this sock. Begin the work from the heel part, then continue working with the sole of the sock. After it, I'm working with toe part with the creases. To complete the work, make the instep part. For work, you need 2 balls of yarn, measuring tape, knitting needles, and scissors. Let's get started knitting. Work with blue yarn. Cast on 31 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. I have done 31 stitches. Let's make 1 by 1 rib. For this, slip the first 8 stitch, purl 1 and knit 1, purl 1 and knit 1, purl 1 and knit 1, purl 1 and knit 1 till the end of this row. Then you should knit the knits and purl the purls in the next row. I have done 4 rows of 1 by 1 rib. Let's begin the first row of the Jacquard pattern. For this, slip the first 8 stitch purlwise, use white color of yarn, knit 1 into the front leg, slide the next stitch to the right needle. Let's repeat again, knit 1 and slide the next stitch to the right needle, knit 1 and slide the next stitch to the right needle, knit 1 and slide the next stitch, knit 1 and slide the next stitch, knit 1 and slide the next stitch, knit 1 till the end of this row. I'm about to complete row 1 of the main pattern. Slide the next stitch, knit 1 and purl the last 8 stitch. Towards the work, I work with white color of yarn. I knit all stitches. For this, slip the first 8 stitch and knit all stitches. So continue working in this way till the end of this row. I did 2 rows of the main pattern. Then I will work with blue color of yarn. Begin row 3, slip the first 8 stitch, then slide the next stitch to the right needle, then knit 1, slide the next stitch and 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 knit 1. I'm about to complete row 3. The working yarn is behind the work. Knit 1, slide the next stitch and purl the last 8 stitch. We have done 3 rows of the Jacquard pattern. I remind you we are working with lazy Jacquard pattern. Begin row 4. Slip the first 8 stitch, knit 1 and knit the next stitches till the end of this row. I continue the work. I have done 4 rows of the Jacquard pattern before I did 1 by 1 rib. Pattern repeats from the first to the 4th row. From the beginning you should get 28 rows. Continue by yourself. I continued the work. I did 28 rows from the beginning. If you count on the H stitches, it must be 14 H stitches. Then I am making the heel part. For this I am using 11 middle stitches. Work with blue color. In your cases it can be another color of yarn. Slip the first H stitch purlwise. Purl 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In total it should be 10 of them. Let's work with 11 middle stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then purl 2 together, turn the work. Now working with 11 middle stitches. Slip the first H stitch, knit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knit 2 together, next 2 stitches. Turn the work. Slip the first H stitch, purl 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and purl 2 together, next 2 stitches. Turn the work. Slip the first H stitch, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and knit 2 together. Turn the work, slip the first H stitch and purl 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and purl 2 together. Turn the work, slip the first H stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and knit 2 together into the back leg. As you can see, we begin the heel part. Then you should continue by yourself till you will get 11 stitches on the needle. I have 11 middle stitches on the needle. The heel is almost ready. To continue knitting, I need to add stitches on the both sides. I will add 9 stitches on each side. Turn the work. I continue with blue color of yarn. Work with the H stitches. Insert the right needle from the back to the front. Take the working yarn, pull it through. 1. I work with the both loops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. I added 9 stitches to earn the work. I knit all stitches for this, slip the first stitch and knit all stitches. Then I'm going to work with this side. Now I will add 9 stitches. Insert the right needle from the front to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Turn the work to the back side. I knit all stitches, slip the first H stitch and knit all stitches. So continue working this way till the end of this row. I have done all knits in the back row. Let's begin the first row of the Jacquard pattern or lazy Jacquard pattern. Knit 1 and slide the next stitch, knit 1 and slide the next stitch, knit 1 and slide the next stitch, knit 1 and slide the next stitch. Continue by yourself till the end of this row and you should knit the knits. Then you should make knits in the reverse side. I have done 2 rows. Let's begin row 3. I work with blue color, slide the next stitch, slide the next stitch and knit the next stitch and slide the next stitch, knit 1 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 and slide the next stitch. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. Then you should work in the next row with blue color of yarn as well. And you should make knits in the reverse side. I have done 4 rows of the pattern. Then I am making 34 rows from the point where I added stitches. Continue working with lazy Jacquard. I did 34 rows from the point where I added stitches. If you count on H stitches, it must be 17 H stitches. Let's measure the body part of the swatch. It is from the heel to the current point is 14 centimeters. It is for the size of 36 to 37. At this point you will make this part shorter or longer. If you make it longer, you should need more rows in this part. Now I'm going to make the toe part with degrees. The toe will be made of reverse of stockinette. Let's begin the work. Begin the first row of the toe. I'm going to make degrees. Slip the first H stitch purlwise and purl 2 together next to stitches. Purl 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then purl 3 together into the back leg, into the front leg. Purl 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Purl 2 together and purl the last H stitch. Row 1 is made. This is the first row of the reverse of stockinette. Then you should make knits in the reverse side of the reverse of stockinette. Begin the next row of the degrees. Slip the first H stitch, purl 2 together, then purl 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And purl 2 together. And purl the last H stitch. Row is made. Then you should knit all stitches in the reverse side. Let's begin the next row. Slip the first H stitch, purl 2 together, purl 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then purl 3 together, purl 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and purl 2 together and purl the last H stitch, and so on. You should make the reverse side by yourself. Slip the first H stitch, purl 2 together, purl 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, purl 2 together and purl the last H stitch. Row is made. You should make reverse side by yourself. Slip the first H stitch, purl 2 together, purl 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, purl 3 together, purl 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, purl 2 together and purl the last H stitch. So continue working in this way till the end of the next row. Let's begin the last row of the degrees. Slip the first H stitch, purl 2 together, purl 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, purl 2 together and purl the last H stitch. We have 11 stitches on the needle. Then you should make the row in the wrong side and make 2 more rows reverse of stockinette. In total it should be 3 rows. I have done 3 rows straight. This is the reverse of stockinette. Now I am going to work with Jacquard pattern. It is going to be the instep part. Begin the first row of Jacquard pattern. I will join the white color. Slip the first 8 stitch, knit 1, slide the next 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 stitch, knit 1. We have the last stitch. I slide the next stitch. This is the 8 stitches. I skip this 8 stitch, work with insert the left needle into the front leg, then slide back the previous stitch and knit 2 together. Turn the work. Slip the first 8 stitch, knit all stitches, except the last one. I slip this stitch, this is the 8 stitches. I skip the next 8 stitch, work with the second one. I take the back leg, slide back the previous stitch, I remove blue color of yarn, purl 2 together these 2 stitches, turn the work with blue color of yarn, slip the first 8 stitch, slide next stitch, knit 1, slide the next stitch and knit 1, slide the next stitch, knit 1, slide the next stitch, knit 1, slide the next stitch and slide the next stitch. Take the front leg of the next 8 stitch, move back the previous stitch and knit 2 together. Turn the work, slip the first 8 stitch purlwise, knit all stitches. I work with blue color of yarn, then slide the next stitch, work with the 8 stitches, then work with back loop and slide back the previous stitch, purl 2 together, let's repeat the second piece of the Jacquard pattern. Slip the first 8 stitch, work with white color of yarn, knit 1, slide the next stitch, knit 1, and slide the next stitch, knit 1, slide the next stitch, knit 1, slide the next stitch, knit 1, and slide the next stitch. Work with front loop of the next 8 stitch, then slide back the last stitch and knit 2 together. It is going to be a small cable. Turn the work, slip the first 8 stitch and knit all stitches except the last one. and slide the next stitch. Work with back loop of the H stitch, move back the last stitch and purl two together. Turn the work. This is the small cable stitch. Slip the first H stitch, slide the next stitch, knit one, 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 slide the next stitch, and slide the next stitch. Work with the front loop of the H stitch, move back the previous stitch, and knit two together. Slip the first H stitch, knit all stitches except the last one. Slide the last stitch, work with back loop, slide back the previous stitch and purl two together. Let's stop and look what we have. We have done Jacquard pattern twice. As you can see, there is cables pattern on each side. Then you should continue by yourself. You should continue joining in this way till these 4 rows. After this you should continue with 1 by 1 rib. As you can see, I have made the instep part of the sock. The beautiful decorative cable is made. As I said before, the last 4 rows was made 1 by 1 rib. I have done the last joining. Turn to the back side. I'm going to make bind off. Slip the first H stitch, purl white, then yarn over, purl one, take the previous stitch, pull it through, take the previous stitch, pull it through, yarn over the hook, knit one, take the previous stitch, pull it through, take the previous stitch, pull it through, yarn over, knit one, take the previous stitch, pull it through, and take the previous stitch, pull it through. Yarn over the needle from the back to the front, knit one, take the previous stitch, pull it through, and take the previous stitch, pull it through. So continue working in this way till the end of this row. Then I show you how to make the last joining. As you can see, I bind off in this row. I have the last stitch. Slide the stitch to the right needle. Now we need to do the last joining. I take both loops, then slide back and slide to the left needle into the left needle and purl 3 together. The work is done. The sock slipper or just sock is made. The beautiful simple sock made in Jacquard technique is made. Don't miss our new video tutorials on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.